Colin, warrior of the fjords and locks. Come to the microphone, my son.
Yeah, so this is an ode to Mr. Newman. You can turn a smile into a frown. Yes, people are too short these days. You can turn a neck as red as a rose where the ignorant people go. You can leave your hat on. Well, actually, Joe took it off for you, so raise it high there, cowboy. Witty, cynical, somewhat mystical. Did no big hit ever appear? Ironic, isn't it? You're a genius of words, a craftier of satire, yet only children sing your songs when they watch those movies. I'd sail away with you, sail across the fair seas, where nobody's laughing, except for just you and me. I think it would rain that day, maybe even flood a river, and to top it all off, they'd drop a big one on us. And then there'd be no laughter, because they would remember that there wasn't any in the first place. Oh, what a shame. Oh, what a pity. I guess you weren't really noticed in many a city. But remember, Randy, you'll always have a listener in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me.
And you all thought it was going to be Campbell Newman, didn't you? I love it when people do that. Sucked in all. Okay, Carol and Carla. We need a group name for those two, don't we? Like Brangelina. Carol and Carlene. Who wants to do this for me? Caroline. Okay, Caroline. Caroline, it is over here. You saw this person last month and you loved them. I hope that you love them again, because I am going to invite to the microphone for your delectation, Claire the Semicolon Slayer.
Poetry is so gay. Even though Shakespeare, the Barb-tongued bard, spat more rhymes than Snoop Dogg or Lion or Cat or what the hell he is now. And Oscar, wild in his prose, hid his forbidden love under the guise of 17th century language, just goes to show gay rights haven't changed since centuries ago. And Sylvia Plath, the original suffragette, put pen to paper. She first had to overcome gendered inequality. When women today can make millions just by shaking their ass at a camera and posting it on the internet. Please tell me why these people aren't your inspirations. Please tell me why these artists of the English language are dismissed as boring and dusty because they express their feelings by making music out of words, stereotyped as irrelevant and gay, when about 70% of the poems about love are about men and women. Because gay relationships weren't legal to the 20th century, so I'd use a different adjective if I were you. I will slam the door in the face of all the preconceptions you have of poetry, because my chosen art form is angry and disruptive, kind of different to the iambic pentameter of Shakespeare's sonnets. We are performers who hang our trust on our sleeves and whose words drip honesty with every syllable. We dare to inspire with our smooth words, thick words, back of everybody's shit and look good doing it words. Our stereos turned up so loud, the bass of our pulses beat out the rhythm of the stanzas, drowning out the naysayers and hate layers with this unsatisfiable energy pouring from our lungs of the beaten and downtrodden. Hope bubbles forth these rhyming words, our only way forward.
It is John, the old fox of the forest. Big round of applause for John, please.
A moving poem written about recent floods. It was in the month of flooding rains as I clung to my tree, awaiting help from chopper chaps or any gallantry. I spied a rubber dolly, my neighbour's one delight. She seemed to wave her hand at me, a welcome sexy sight. I'd heard rumours of this rubber friend, a blonde with eyes so brown. Fred used them on occasions his neighbours went to town. And there it was, a rubber raft for punters in distress. I leapt upon her shiny bod with glee, I do confess. Now you can just imagine my bloody great dilemma when I should I be seen to give a little thrust or tremor while trying to steer her fore and aft, and not to scandalise, avoiding contact down below, two boobs stuck in my eyes, surfing down the creek. We went through metal grating. I heard a little as she began deflating. My frantic tries at blowing up looked set to scandalise when suddenly we took off at speed to my surprise. Now, a fully stretched balloon can shoot off mighty fast, and so did we, my girl and I, deflating as we passed. The neighbours on the roof could not believe their eyes until we hit the barbed wire fence. Quick way to circumcise. My rubber doll was close at hand, at least most all of it, and so I tied a tourniquet, quick, around my dick. The rest of her leering face, I fastened to the wire, then yelled out, "Help!" in my new voice, a credit to the choir. And so around the Moree log at night, this comes up for discussion of how and when and if they made an indelicate assumption regarding choices I did make amid that great destruction. And just how bravely I did cope with coitus interruption.
Tracy, Queen Bee, to the microphone. I'd say 5'7". 5'3". Oh, 4 inches. Does 4 inches matter? Ready?
This is the story of Sprocket. He keeps an eyeball in his pocket. Everyone stares, but nobody dares inquire of his empty socket. He bought his girl a locket shaped like a silver rocket, but it was so tight with all his might, Sprocket just couldn't unlock it. Returning it with his docket, the shop couldn't give a crocket. So the very next stop, the local pawn shop. Sprocket took the locket to hock it. Sprocket's girl was Shirley, and she had both eyes pearly. Sure loved her locket, but Sprocket hocked it. Now Shirley was getting surly. So in a hurly-burly, Sprocket hit the pawn shop early. Redeeming the locket straight into his pocket, he was off to pacify Shirley. Shirl batted her lashes all girly and lifted her locks long and curly. With her rocket locket and her lover Sprocket, her heart melted soft and whirly. Next on the scene is Rex, with beady eyes and specs. But Rocket's on guard with his good eye peeled hard, because Rex is Shirley's ex. Rex goes for special effects and he gives his pecs a flex. But the girl that he fancies, he still likes his chances of sex with Shirley, his ex. Shirley's starting to vex as Rex tries casting his hex. She pulls out the locket to show that it's Sprocket, and to Rex she now highly objects. Rex has one sly text, and he knows what he'll try next. "I'll buy you a locket 10 times that rocket," he cries, splashing his Amex. Shirl glared at her miserable ex with his beady eyes and specs. She shook her head and leaving him said, "God, I need a Bex." Rex grabbed her by the neck and squeezed till she saw flex. But Sprocket found him and swiftly downed him, and that was the end of Shirl's ex. Now, Rocket was keen to marry and over the threshold carry his lovely Shirl in lace and pearl, but she always found reason to tarry. "What is it, Shirl?" he'd say each time she turned away. "I'm sorry, Sprocket, I think it's the socket," she told him in dismay.
Ding.
So Sprocket reached into his pocket and put the eyeball in his socket. You see, it was glass, and so at last, Shirley married Sprocket.
Judges, Judy, Judge Judy, Judge... A 10 from Judge Judy, a 10, all right? Caroline.
Oh, one away for start, second half, 10.
10. Up the back.
Yeah,
Cam-
two.
A 10 up the back.
10.
10 up the back. Paul?
10 plus 3.
Man.
And because she needs no encouragement, 10!
Jesus, where to go? Okay, that's it. That's it. Here's your cup. A Nordic goddess. Sylvia, Viking queen of le chocolat. To the microphone, please. A big hand for Sylvia, everybody. That's not big enough. No more.
Thank God it's Friday. My tears dripped, so
slowly filling up the glass half full. I made my glass half empty. She didn't know that. The clock ticked, the clock talked. So I counted the seconds, and I counted the minutes. I counted the days, the months, and the year. But I never counted you. The summer was hot, the winter was cold. As I watched the sun rise and sun set, each extreme never lacked the feelings inside. A burning desire already extinguished. The moon would keep me company at night, whether full beam or half mast. Daydreaming about you sailing in, your smile like the hill crescent moon. Day to day I would pace up and down and walk all around. But in the end, I would meet myself at the beginning of nowhere. Where were you walking? Who saw you talking? God only knows. I kept some pictures to remember what you looked like. Those memories of the past were no match for the ones you were now creating. One doesn't look 21 forever. My yearning for you never matched that of a crying baby goat. A kid suckling from a mother's tits. You can't apply that on the way. Que sera, sera.
Okay. Ian Secure. Ian Secure.
But not all words though are treated equally. And then you find when you're going around the place doing poetry, you often get people come up and say, "Are you going to do some poetry, mate?" Yeah. Well, you're not allowed to use the F word. Now, I act really dumb when I say which F word, and they say, "Oh, you know, the 4-letter F word." Now, my dictionary has 86 4-letter F words. You know, there's fart and food and fun and folk and all sorts of things, but I know there's the one that they're talking about. And it's the word that was used firstly in 1507 by the Scottish poet William Dunbar. It's the first time that the 4-letter F word came into public usage. And so sometimes you do have to avoid it. I'm glad to hear it doesn't occur here this afternoon. But no one has ever given me any warning at all about the 3-letter F word. So I guess it's perfectly all right to use. So I was thinking about this one day, and I chanced upon this signpost one day. It was miles off the beaten track, and each name as I saw it had FAR, F-A-R, written before it, in letters bold and black. Now you've heard of Cadarc, haven't you? Oh, anyway, there was Far Cadarc. Oh, I could just hear their football call. Come on, Far Cadarc, play some more spark and play that Far King ball. And a colourful sign atop the post proclaimed in letters tall that October 8 would be the date of the annual Far Gun Ball. Well, Far Gun beer is good, they say. Every drunk will tell you this. Come over here with that Far Gun beer. Oh, I love me Far Gun piss. Now, you probably think I'm making this up, and look, normally I would too, but the sign pointed down towards Melbourne town and it plainly said, Far Q. Well, I'm glad I don't live there. I thought tram travel would be no good. We're asked, where to, sir? I'd say, Far Q, sir, and hope he understood. Yeah, there was Far Q, and there was Far Kami, and there was Far Kizall as well, and this little sign said Far Ganevan, and this other one said Far Ganel, and another one said Far Christsake, and in metric added 900k. I couldn't bear to be going there. Far Christsake's a flaming long way. Oh, I can see you're looking sceptical. I can see you're inclined to scoff, but this is true, I'm telling you. Fair dinkum, look, Far Cough.